Now that was Theo Black, and we've got our special guest coming on. We've not scared him away. He said it does. What did he say? Takes more than a few dodgy bios to scare me away. So we'll bring him on the screen in a second. Don't forget we're sponsored by Wolf and Brew. Go to wolfandbrew.com. Type in Duggystone 10, get 10% off. Treats for loved dogs. Now it's that crazy time of the year that you know I despise. However, if you've got that person that you go, oh my god, what do I buy them for Christmas? And they've got a dog. Go to Wolf and Brew, seriously. Get them some Wolf Brew beer, what's it called? Bottom sniffer, that's it, or treats or whatever. Anyway, enough of that. Let's bring our special guest on. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing?
How are we? I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, I've got to say, Ryan Redwood sort of rolls off the tongue, man, doesn't it?
It is good, isn't it? I was born with a nice name.
I know. I wasn't. Thanks to my mum and dad. But no, I love it. I love it. Love it. They'll be listening as well. Yeah, yeah. See, the thing is with my name, if I book a taxi or a hotel or anything, I always use my wife's name. So, because when I say Pixon, they go, we got one, they go, oh, Pickst.
My missus has the exact same problem. Her last name is Cuscaran, which is like an Irish name. And every time we book, like, check into a hotel, they're just like, what? What's that? What did you say? It's like, oh, it's a nightmare.
Not good, is it? Not good, is it?
No.
But Ryan Redwood is awesome.
Yes.
So tell us a bit about Ryan Redwood, because you was a front man for another band, weren't you? It says on your bio.
I was a front man of two bands. One called British Rejects, which is like my high school band. We started off as a covers band, did all that, like every other band did. Not very interesting story at all. And and then started doing our own songs. And then when that inevitably split up, because you don't stay in touch with your high school friends all the time.
No.
Went on to form a band called The Only Route, who, a lot better. We've got our name out of a newspaper, if that's interesting. Don't know, really. Is that interesting? Probably not.
Well, it depends what you're in a newspaper for, my friend. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it could be anything, couldn't it? I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, dear. And, we toured a lot. We toured a bunch, brought some tunes out, did quite well, and then split up. Yeah.
Nice one. Seems like a theme with you.
Yeah, I think it might be me. I mean, I blame everyone else, but it probably is me, isn't it?
Lead singers, man. Lead singers. See?
Exactly.
Divas. So, so what have you? What's it say? Shoplifted. Yeah, there you go. Lele Records said he's been in the paper for shoplifting. So there you see. It's a bit like when I meet people, I go, I'm sure I've seen you on the TV, and they go, oh really? I went, yeah, Crime Watch.
Crime Watch. Love it.
Excellent.
Oh,
so we'll be playing at the end of your little segue. We'll be playing your latest track. So
nice.
Tell us a bit.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a bit about that. It's called All Said and Done.
All said and done. This is probably the weirdest out of all the releases. And you'll probably find out why later if you've not listened to it and you're listening to the show. It starts off as your normal Ryan Redwood sort of rocky tune, and then in the middle, for some reason, we just decided to take a huge departure from every genre that I've ever done and do this weird psychedelic experimental bridge part. No idea why, but there we go. It's there.
Yeah, we have listened to it because you've been on the show before. So there you go.
Yeah.
Now, wonderful. So what's your kind of inspiration? What's your inspiration for creating your music?
Well, I mean, musically, I guess all the normal '90s bands that everybody else will quote as inspirations, the Oasises and all the rest of that stuff, and then probably more recently, bands like Cortinas and Catfish and the Bottlemen and all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Stone Roses. I don't know if you can see like half of the lemon behind me there.
Got that, yeah.
And all that sort of stuff, and then. I don't know. I just love doing it. I think there was a period between the bands where I stopped doing it for a while, and I wasn't really me. And everyone said that you're not you, and you're really weird now without music. And I was like, what do you mean? I didn't notice any difference. But my missus was like, you need to start writing music again because you're just like a mess at the moment. I was like, thank you. And then so I think without it, I'd sort of be a bit lost. So I just sort of do it. I do it for other people as well as my own benefit. I love getting the people in the room and like ripping the gig and having like people, whether it's 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, 40 people, 100 people, whatever, having them people sing your songs back to you or dance to certain bits and all the rest of it. I think that's the buzz I get off it anyway. So the live thing more than like recording and stuff, I guess, is my sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's a bit like what I do a live show. You know, we could do recording, we could do
Yeah.
all
So the
sorts of
live
stuff,
thing
but
more than.
it's a lot better. And you never know, something can go wrong, and there's all that anticipation and everything,
Mm.
which is great, which is brilliant. So, have you got any gigs lined up? Is anything in the offing?
I always have this like lull towards Christmas. December is not the best time for gigs. It's just cold, isn't it? Not no
Yeah.
venues want to put gigs on. I'm like, fair enough. So next gig is probably I think it's February. I'm not sure if that's confirmed yet, but then I should be going on another UK tour in May. So look out for that on socials at some point.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah,
Yeah.
because the venues will all be full with the Christmas gonks, won't they? Oh, Christmas! Oh, my
Yeah.
Christmas party! Let's have a party! It's Christmas! Yeah, piss off! I hate it, mate. Honestly,
Oh,
you,
should have a party every week anyway,
I,
really,
I
shouldn't you?
know, and then people go, "Oh,
Just because
yeah,
it's Christmas.
I love it's the most wonderful time of the." I mean, what a load of tosh! The most wonderful time of the year for me, and I think virtually everyone else, is a warm summer's day, barbecue,
Yeah,
music in the background, the
yeah,
smell of cut grass, burning sausages, and loads of ale. That
yes,
is the most wonderful time in the year. You can
I
shove
agree.
your Christmas crackers right up your jack. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. There you
I
go.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I have a soft spot for December because my birthday's in December. So my birthday was Tuesday. But if it was in the summer, we'd be laughing.
Oh yeah, I saw that on social media. Happy memories, happy returns. Anyway, so
Thank you.
you're probably one of those people I've brought you this present. It's a bit bigger than just a normal present because it'll do you for your birthday and for Christmas, Ryan. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no, it's not
yeah.
because it's still two separate occasions.
Half the wrapping paper's a birthday one, and half of it's Christmas. And then there you go, Ryan. Yeah,
There you go.
cheapskates.
Yeah, literally. Well, you weed out the real friends. Then, don't you? Do you know what I mean?
Mine's in January and mid-January, and I hate it. It's like, what do you want to do for your birthday? Absolutely nothing,
Nothing
because we've
because
had
it's January.
Christmas and we've January. So yeah. Anyway, we're moaning now. We should be uplifted, shouldn't we? Should be uplifted.
Oh, let's inspire some people.
Yeah, let's inspire. So, what's the? Oh, here we go. And then the next question is negative. Worst things happened at a gig.
Worst thing that's happened during a gig. I mean, I did a like big theatre show in my hometown of Lowestoft, which if you don't know, East Anglia, that way. The bum bit looking part of the UK, that part. And
There's
yeah, I
a
did like
reason
a
for that.
home tell me about it. A hometown theatre show, and I didn't have a spare guitar at the time, and I'm playing a gig, and not just one string, two strings break, and I'm stood there, theatre full of people, and I'm like, I don't really know what to do now. So I had to get one of the support acts, had to go back to his car, get his guitar, and tune it up for me and give it to. It was a nightmare. I'm just stood there for 15 minutes trying to be funny, basically. And I'm just like, oh, this is awful. No one's laughing. No one cares.
Now they
They're
want
there for
see.
music, aren't they?
See, it's what you need for that. I think what we need to get artists to do is they need to have a little bit of a stand-up routine. So when that shit goes down, they can start.
Literally.
They can do like an open mic, can't they? So I have to start asking questions. What do you want to sing? Let's sing something. Put something on that they all know, and they'll all start singing it. They'll never know anyway, will they?
Literally.
Uh,
Literally, I think the biggest difference. I think if it was in a pub, I'd probably get away with it because you could just point at the weird
oh,
people at the back and like
nightmare.
have a go. But in
Night,
venues, can't do it.
nightmare. Well, that happened to me. We went to watch a band a couple of years ago, and they were on tour from the US, and they'd
Mm.
knackered his drum. So he's like on stage,
Oh,
like so they had to do basically the same thing. They had to go on to another one of the other rooms because it was more bigger venue and
yeah.
borrow their drum kit.
Oh, that's
I'm
not
just
good.
interested. Oh,
Oh,
it's
dear.
amazing. So, here you go. Kev B's getting into this question, Lark. I'm liking it. Carry on, Kev. He says, any pre-gig rituals?
I used to drink way too much before we went on, in the bands and stuff. Our pre-gig rituals were probably like 4 shots of JD or something. But nowadays, I tend to look after my voice a bit more. So I don't really. Always have 2 beers on stage with me at least. So I drink on stage rather than before. I feel like if you get drunk during the set,
Yeah.
you're a lot better than before.
Got you.
Start off sober,
Got you.
get into it as a gig goes on. So 2 beers on stage. Pre-gig rituals, I don't really have any. I mean, just play like an uplifting song and stuff. Really, like anything that gets me moving before I go on is good because then it puts me in a good mood. So just listen to good tunes, I guess. I think the playlist before the gig is more important than the gig sometimes.
Like it, loving it. Thanks for that question. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I think you're right about the drinking. I'm the same. If I'm doing said barbecue,
Mm.
before I used to start drinking after I'm getting everything ready. I've not had anything to eat, and by the time everyone starts, I'm smashed. I don't know what
Yeah,
day it is.
that's the thing.
Everything's going to crap. So what I do now is I wait until it gets a bit later on, and then I'll have
Yeah.
something to eat. I'll
Mm.
start eating, and then I'll start drinking, and then actually I can keep it together. But
Yeah.
and I'm all right then. And then everybody
That,
else is part piddle as well. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. That's another thing actually. Eat before you go on. Not just before you go on, but like 2 hours before, have a meal. Never sing on an empty stomach. Just makes you feel sick. It's not good.
No, it doesn't. Lele Records, they're based in Guernsey. Check them out. He says Fender or Gibson. I've no idea what he's talking about, but that's his question.
I mean, I don't know. I've got both me, so I don't really have a. Everyone says this, like Fender or Gibson, but they both do very different things. Sometimes when it comes to guitars. So, I mean, I'm partial to both, to be honest. I don't really
Yeah.
have an opinion. Sorry to be on the fence. You know
No. Sorry to be on the Fender.
what
Anyway.
I mean?
Uh, well, yeah, and bands that change guitars mid set. Brothers Osborne, they have about 14 guitars each, and they're just swapping them all the time. It's all right if they break a guitar. So next, I bet you always carry two guitars now or extra strings, don't
Yeah,
you? Bet
I
you.
do.
Oh,
Yeah,
and someone say, "Why have you got 5 guitars?" Just in case.
just
Just
in
in case
case,
we're on
'cause
a
you
string.
never know.
And they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're mental. It's never gonna. Oh, I've never broke a string on stage. It's never
Oh,
happened. Yeah, never happened." Anyway,
never happened.
no. Janice has been on. She says, "Who would you love to gig with?"
Oh my God. How long you got? I think the ultimate part, I would absolutely love to just sit in a room with Liam Gallagher before a gig and support Liam. I think that'd just be unreal. I'd just love to just talk to him and just be like, tell me about the 90s, mate, or what you remember of it, at least. Do you know, do you
Yeah,
know what I
not
mean?
probably not a lot. A lot of alcohol and mounds of cocaine is
Yeah,
probably his
probably.
thing. Well, they're on the wall there. Look, Liam and Noel.
There we go.
They're painting.
Love that.
Yeah,
Love that. Yeah,
yeah,
I think Liam is the number one. Bands, like I said earlier, Cortinas are a massive influence on me. I'm trying to look at my vinyl collection over here and pick some people. The Strokes, I'd love to meet Julian Casablancas. I think he's another one who would just love to go, like, what's going on in your life, mate? Do you know, do you know what I mean? I feel like he's a mad character. So,
yeah.
yeah,
Exactly. Well, and Kev's melon, not Noel. Then laughed out loud. I mean,
no.
it's divided, isn't it? Noel or I mean, they are up there, and some people go, "Oh, it's them again." But actually, they're at the top of the tree, aren't they? And they've both got their own
Yeah.
nuances. I've seen him twice, and I think I saw him. Well, last time I saw him was in Coventry, and he stormed off stage. So that was just before they split up. So yeah,
Yeah.
could see it coming. See it coming.
Yeah, I don't get the Noel versus Liam thing. 'Cause like you say, at the moment they're doing complete different things.
Mm.
So it's like I don't think you can. I know they're brothers, and there'll always be a comparison because they're in the band together and all the rest of it. But at the moment, if you're a fan of music, you should be grateful that they're still releasing music. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I
think
say
so.
anyway. You know.
I so yeah. Oh, album Lele Records album of the year. Oh, that's
Album of the
album of
year.
the album of the year. Not
Um,
1928 or anything like that. This year, I think it means.
this year, 2022. Hang on, I'm trying to
That's
think. Yeah, this
interesting. That
Yard Act, The Overload by Yard Act.
there
I
you
think
go.
that come out this year, right? Yeah, February. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
well,
pretend it is
don't
anyway.
worry about it. Never let the truth get in the way. If you sound confident enough, it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I
Doesn't
mean?
matter.
If
Yard Act. Come on, let's go. All right.
if you'd have said Dare by Human League was released and said it with gusto, people are probably, oh, was that released this year? I thought it was a long time
Definitely,
ago.
maybe. All right.
Definitely, maybe. Awesome, Album. Yeah, that's a brilliant question. Like, I might have to bag that in my list of questions. Right, where we we've been rocking away, haven't we? So when's your next? February's your next gig, didn't you? Well, you're
February.
open to
Yeah,
the,
waiting for details to be confirmed, and then the UK tour is kicking off in May. So
excellent.
yeah,
So are you solo when you're on stage?
I am at the
Just a
moment.
guitar.
Yeah, I am at the moment. Just me and the old acoustic, preaching to the world, all that sort of stuff. Then I'm doing the theatre that I mentioned earlier again next year, and that should be a full band show. So we'll see how that goes. And if that goes well, then hopefully a full band for the rest of the gigs. Hopefully, I think that's the plan anyway.
Cool. I can see it now. Ryan Redwood, the three-string tour.
Oh, dear. I love it.
Excellent, excellent. Is there any more questions, people, to ask Ryan Redwood?
Ask me anything.
Ask him
Be
anything.
obscure. Be weird about it.
Yeah,
I
be
mean,
weird.
let's
We
get some
have all
weird
sorts.
stuff.
Well, I tell you what. I
Dear.
sometimes ask
I love
bands
it.
and they don't always answer, but I think you'll answer the question. Which band or bands would you put in Room 101, never to be seen again?
Coldplay,
Okay,
big
now
time.
that's quick. They even have to think about it. Whoosh, straight in.
Just straight in. Coldplay, take that. They're definitely going there. They get
Oh
the
man.
treatment. Yeah, I mean, Gary Barlow's a genius at the whole pop songs for middle-aged women thing, right? I get it. I do understand it. But if a world without Take That wouldn't be that much different, would it? Let's
Right,
be honest.
I saw them a couple of years ago. I thought they were quite good. They were on
I can imagine they are
they
quite
were
good
on
live.
Party in the Park, and all I'd say is entertainers. They are proper entertainers.
Yeah, I think we'll keep Robbie Williams. Let's keep Robbie Williams and bin the rest.
Right,
I think we'll
okay.
be all right then.
I've seen him at Nebworth as well. He was absolutely brilliant. Just after he had his bit of his meltdown and he came back
Yeah.
on stage, I like him, and he's a bit Marmite as well. And people either like him or hate him. And yeah,
Yeah, that changes on the daily for me, to be honest. Sometimes I see something he says and I'm like, oh, I agree with that. And then he'll say something else and I'm like, come on, mate, give over. Do you know
well,
what I mean?
as we say, it's rock and roll, baby. It's not focus
Exactly.
group. So do you know what I mean? When people, oh, he shouldn't be doing stuff like, well, they're rock and roll people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not
That's
librarians.
while I'm here, I might as well touch on it. I had the same thing with the Skinner brothers thing. Like, why? I get why people were miffed off, but I also get his point. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think,
Did you see?
come on, guys.
I did an interview with him. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I mean,
Thought it was brilliant.
I was trying to do it from a journalistic point of view, and not be taking any sides. And I wanted to find his rationale behind it. And then when you talk about it, it's like a lot of things. As a comedian does something where he reads something out, and if you read it in different ways, it sounds terrible. And if you read it another way, Bill Burr. It is Bill Burr. Well, as a comedian, it's funny, and. But I quite like him. Once again, he's a rock and roll. He's trying to provoke a reaction. He did keep on digging and keep on digging. And he's like, what's all the problem? I don't see that.
No, it's an opinion, isn't it? People, your opinions will always offend someone nowadays. You know what I mean? You can't say anything without someone going, I don't like that. So
Yeah,
I think he should just crack on. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
Do what you got to do.
Right. We're zooming through the time now. So I've got Manta Rays on. They're awesome. He says, do you mix and produce your own songs, or does someone else do it for you?
My good friend, Mr. Sam Wilson. Shout out to Sam Wilson Audio on socials if you need any mixing done. He mixes and produces my songs, and he gets involved with some of the writing as well, because I feel like on my own I can get in my own head sometimes, and I'm like, oh, is this good, and all that sort of, the doubts that creep in as a musician, all that sort of stuff. So it's just good to have someone else there that I can just sort of go, what do you think of this, mate? And then me and him have got a really good friendship. We've been best friends since like 2016 or something mad like that. So yeah, he can always be honest with me, and I'll never take it to heart. So big up to Sam. He does my production and all the rest of it for me. Bless him.
Excellent. Love that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, I think we're going to let you get on with it. I'll tell you what, it's been really good talking to you. I'd like to chat to you again. I think
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm available whenever.
We could
Just let me know.
We could talk about all sorts of stuff. So I think it'd be really interesting. Oh, hang on. Yeah, Lee Lane Records. Another question: what would Ryan prefer? Commercial stardom, earn loads playing Coldplay style, or
Well, he's mentioned Coldplay, so
Yeah,
it's
no,
already not that option, is it?
yeah, but what he's saying is, would you like it? Would you, Ryan, prefer commercial stardom earning loads playing Coldplay style, or critical success playing his own stuff but no income? Now that's the question.
And to be honest, this isn't me being that I don't do it for the money, man. That guy, I'm not being that guy. But I literally don't do it for the money. Like, I don't care if I earn I put a reel up on Instagram and on TikTok and stuff of me earning like 20 quid off DistroKid, and I'm absolutely buzzing in the video.
Awesome.
Like, do you know what I mean? I couldn't care if I'm earning 20 quid or 200 quid a track or whatever. Like, I would rather have 50 people say that tune's really good for this and that reason, rather than thousands of people because they've heard me on a radio advert or like a TV advert for curries or something. Do you know what I mean? So
Excellent,
yeah,
mate.
definitely
I love that.
critical success.
I love that. It's true to his craft, and that is absolutely. Oh, before you go, we need to get you to do a drop. So we'd get artists to do artist drops. Here's a couple of examples. Let's pick on one. So,
Alright, man. This is Zach from the Skinner Brothers, and you are listening to Duggystone Radio.
So you don't have to say it like that in a North London accent. But if you can do us a "This is Ryan Redwood" and you're listening to Duggystone Radio, we'll turn it into a jingle and it'll appear on loads of shows.
There we go. I'm happy to do that. All good. So now? Yeah, now.
Yeah, no pissing about it. See, the thing is why I ask artists to do it now, because when in the past when I said I'll do you a drop, Kirk. 3 weeks later, you're like, oh, I've not had time, so I do it now while you're sat here. That's it. That's the fee to be on the show. Really.
I love it.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Let's go. This is Ryan Redwood, and you're listening to Duggystone Radio.
Awesome. And the other thing I'll say to artists, when you become rich and famous and you're doing O2 or something, you hear this noise.
Yeah.
Open the door, because Kirky Boy's coming in. That's it.
I love it.
I'll
always open the door to you, my friend. Always.
I love that. Anyway, I'm going to play your track, which is all said and done. This has been Ryan Redwood. He is blooming awesome. And he's decided to go solo because he can't split up with anyone then. Makes it dead easy. He's the problem, no one else. And probably the Jack Daniels before he went on stage. There's a bit of a pattern going here, kid.
Yeah, mix of things. Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to have you on again.
Definitely, mate. Definitely.
Till next time, man. See you later.
See you later. Cheers.
Strings.
When it's all said and done, it'll be me and you. When the end of the day, it'll be the making of the rules. When push comes to shove, it's always better with you. When it's all said and done, it'll be us forever. same job, in the same house, in the same place. When it's all said and done, it'll be me and you. When the end of the day, it'll be the making of us. When push comes to shove, it's always better with you. When it's all said and done, it'll be us forever.
So that was Mr. Ryan Redwood on Duggystone Radio's introducing. He's stuck around, so I can't slag him off now. So there you go. But absolutely wonderful. I could actually do a podcast with that guy. I think he was absolutely brilliant. Really liked it. And that middle section, you could almost smell the drugs on it, couldn't you? It was wonderful, wonderful. And I liked it, and there's a few people commenting that psychedelic twist in the middle was brilliant. We absolutely love that. And coming soon, the 3-string tour from Ryan Redwood is coming to a stage near you. And if you see him, go and give him a hand getting backstage, because he'll have about 6 guitars just in case a couple of strings break. You never know.